Hi people, I just want to make a quick video before the battery runs out, and that is on the message that I had in my previous video, and that is the guy saying that he has Anhedonia. I'll put it on the comments. And that is the inability to feel pleasure in normal pleasurable activities. Pleasurable activities, fuck. Right, this is something I had completely, I didn't know this existed. Now, I have a suspicion and a good idea of what causes this, and that is overexposure to dopamine. Dopamine is our good, feel-good hormone. We get it from activities that are seen as rewarding to the brain and everything. That goes from video games, movies, television shows, because he said that he is not interested in movies. Like I wasn't interested in anything. I found everything equally as boring as each other. Like, at one point in my life, when I got home from school, playing a video game was like fucking amazing. But it got to the point where I was like, I would rather do coursework than play another fucking video game. Now, this guy, like I said before, he had so many things that I used to do. Video games, television shows, everything. Playing a lot of computer games. This inability to feel pleasure from normal activities is because your dopamine levels have been your dopamine receptors have just been bombarded day after day, probably since your teens, like most people nowadays, with high stimulating activities like computer games, movies, high definition stuff, porn, anything. And you get to your 20s and your brain's fucking fried. We're the first generation ever to be able to access all these different types of stimulation at the click of a button without any effort. And you get in your 20s and your brain is fried. It's not used to it. So all the normal pleasures that people would have had during history is seen as worthless. That's not good enough. It doesn't hit your dopamine spot. So, the cure to anhedonia, which I'm experiencing myself, I'm not just talking hypothetically here, is to get off the PC, stop with all the stimulating activities as much as possible, restrict them, and watch your dopamine receptors come back to how they would have been before. It's going to take time, obviously. You're not going to feel pleasure from doing a skipping rope or something straight away. But the cause of anhedonia is too much stimulation every day for years, I think. In my opinion, that's what I think. So yeah, thought I'd do a quick video on that. Yeah.